We're also here on a very beautiful day to support our veterans. My dad was a veteran, my uncles were veterans, and I'm also Choctaw, Muskegee, Yamasee Nation, and we have some beautiful, beautiful elders here to do a ceremony, a water blessing in a minute, and so we will announce them in a minute, so just get ready. If you don't know about Disclosurefest, we're all around the world supporting children, supporting families, feeding homeless, feeding our neighbors, our friends, planting trees globally. So if you're new to this, come join. It's about to be a beautiful ceremony. All right. Wait. Okay. All right. We're here. We're ready. We're present. We can all collectively just create one loving deep breath together. Everybody take a deep inhale and exhale. Let's do one more deep breath and exhale. We are here. We're honored to be gifted in service with the beautiful elders of Clifford Mahooty for the Zuni Nation and David Lonebear, and they're going to do a water blessing. Be present, be aware. They have many messages and many gifts for you. Aho.
Good morning, my brothers, my sisters, my whole family of the planet. I am here from the Zuni Nation of New Mexico. I have come over here to meet with all of you for this event of this year, honoring our veterans, and also for taking care of Mother Earth and ourselves. So this morning I would like to open this session with a prayer using my Zuni language, and I will explain to you after I get through praying. Malesite anane lukke yatone ona yato ketachu yamte thashina kui yela na koi kana ona ona elate palukke yatone homata shina we homchao hobi ni kina lokashima te wokana kana homata chu ona yana kasho ni kokasho ni ia masho ni mali manasho ni lato desi te kuntina takate ona homata chu listona soteusu teko na yansho pa yamani kana na kya Mateusu pena na laki angon te amona yana katlasha kikasha matosho ne utena ne teakona ne saane ketem kun summe isken ko yam tem tatili illa pata na hona tonyani chati kana kotem yato ketachu anona yana kone atan koine ko ona te chuna ipia summe ia ka so pa yamran somo aone atona kiluke atna tono te teusu te kan ship hona to nate aone haken abdu elapa. What I said that this morning we are gathered and we want to open our hearts and our minds and talk with the spirit people to be with us today, to talk about things that are very important to us, especially having to do with our human family, our Mother Earth, and all those living things on the planet to all come together and be united as one. We ask the spirit world to come with us, to be within our hearts, and to give us the guidance so that we can all work together to improve ourselves in unity and also to take care of our Mother Earth. What I am going to do right now is to go through a water blessing for all of us, all the living things on the planet, and also the whole universal God system, as they have come over here to be with us today from different parts of the universe. So I will spread the water. This is water that is collected from sacred springs out in the southwest. And also in my right hand I will hold a corn mother, which is the nourishment of all the Indian people that have survived throughout the centuries. So I will go through that just right now. I have blessed the earth with, and all of you people, with the water, the life, and also with the food of our mother, ear of mother, from the white corn. So this morning, I would like to turn this over to my brother, David Lonebear, Sanipass, to say a few words. Thank you.
Cook, everyone. My name is David Lonebear, Sanipass. I'm here on behalf of the Mi'kmaq Nation to speak a message to the nations of this world. We are forever in water. Our bodies are water. We see through water in our eyes. We speak through water, that's water in our mouth. We hear through water, that's in our ear. We should listen to this message and understand the nations have requested help in the universe, and we are here today answering that request. We are here with a message. This message is on this day of remembrance of all the soldiers that fell in line of their duty and their belief of this world to make it better, to be in peace with each other. No more wars. Can you imagine that? We're here on historic ground where many people have spoken about peace. And we're speaking about peace today. Our meditation will be in peace. If we could have the world stop warring just for 5 minutes, this world will change. Wouldn't that be something? And I think this is possible in our lifetime. We're here today, disclosure, on a place that everybody should listen, this world. When we say disclosure, there's other things on this world and in this world that it's hard to believe. But freedom is hard to believe. That we are freedom, we're free from war, we should be free of spirit, understanding what that means. Sometimes that road is a slippery road we go down. We talk about the Creator, God, whoever, the programmer, whatever that is. We do not have to believe the same thing. All we have to do is look in the same direction. That's it. We can believe all the same things, and not war with each other. I'm from a nation, the first nation, that was in communications with, you could say, the Star People. We're among you today to help, but we're not mind readers. If you need our help, you have to ask, and we'll come. We've been here about 7 years around the United States and Canada. Please come and find out who we are. You pray for an answer. Sometimes that we get on the same road and we don't want to get off that road. The answer to disclosure is that we have to get off a path. That path of understanding. That understanding that what this really is, the disclosure. I think today is an opportunity for mankind to change the way things look. And I think peace is available if we want it. If peace was a football game, we already have it. So think about that. Thank you for listening to me today. I'm going to be in booth over here. Please come and introduce yourself. I want to know who you are. Thank you, Clifford, for this beautiful ceremony. Clifford and I are going to be traveling across the world, speaking about the Star Teachings. And please come. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One more. Like I said, my name is David Sanipass. I'm a scientist, a mathematician. I work with magnetic anomalies, high magnetic anomalies. I work in a higher atmosphere of my research. I'm a spiritual scientist. That means that those bumps in the night that you hear, the lights that you see, all the things that you hard to explain, I try to explain these. I try to figure out what they are. I'm not a debunker. Just remember that. I am not a debunker. I'm not trying to debunk anything. When people say that they see lights, I want to make sure what those lights are. Where they come from, what are they doing. We say that we talk to spirit. I think that the understanding how to put all these together is that we are in spirit, but it means the same thing as the same vibration of the earth. We measure the vibrations through kindness, compassion, happiness. We can actually measure those on a machine. That is part of the answer of this world and my research. That those magnetic anomalies that happen 300,000 feet up that I'm measuring, they match the Earth's magnetic field with the human magnetic field. There's a commonality to these anomalies that is hitting us today. There's a message coming through the universe, and we're not ready to pick it up. We think we are, but as one individual, you cannot pick up the signal. It's going to take communities around the world to be able to figure what this is. This has been happening the last 83 years. I've been doing this research the last 42 years. And this research is so important. If you're listening to me today and understand what I'm saying, if you're a scientist, physicist, or anybody that has the scientists in there, come and talk to me. I've been talking to your scientists the last at least 10 years. I have different formulas out there to come up with different ways of understanding what spirit is and how we can communicate with each other. We do it in different ways. I think the enlightenment of this disclosure is that we need help. We need help to understand what all these messages are and what we're doing, and how to work with individuals around this world to make a net around this world of understanding. That's hard to do because what's in the way today is ego. We have spiritual ego. Some of us know what that is. We don't want to know anything else. All we know is this. But remember what the world is. It's round. The universe somewhat is round. Our Milky Way is round. So we have to be able to sometimes sit and listen to what the information is to add to your information. Is there an answer here today? This gathering has been predicted to the Mi'kmaq tribe, the prophecy, that we will share part of our wisdom with you if you ask, on the place that the people will listen. It is our nation capital. I was here many years ago at the Million Man March. This place was full, and I think we can fill it again. Do you think we can fill this again? Let's do it then. I think that's going to be very important because that understanding of what's out there, that's hard to understand because a lot of individuals want to keep that a secret. There's no secrets in the spirit world, folks. Sharing has a lot to do with what's going on. Thank you, and I'm going to turn this over to Clifford. Come and find me today. Thank you.
I've been here many times in this city. I have worked throughout many, many years working on behalf of all the American Indian tribes, and it's an honor to be here at such a late age in my earthier life. I started working over here back when I was in my early 20s. But throughout the years, I have found that some of the things that we as American Indian Aboriginal people had known for thousands of years, and throughout the years we have been neglected with our knowledge. But with this disclosure effort that's going on, there are members of our different nations, tribes, that we have gotten together. Most of us are scientists, engineers, different types of people that have been into professions, and we are now ready to talk. First of all, it took a lot of doing to learn both sides of both pathways. The technological world, what we call the white man's path and the Indian path has now come together, and we have now decided that with this disclosure effort, we shall now have things come out that we have held back for years. Our ancestors, our grandfathers and grandmothers have gone on, but they passed this information on to some of us, and we're now ready to talk about this. And it has nothing to do with any activity except it's the love of each other, the love of the planet, and things that we had been practicing for years. As a medicine man in my tribe, I have learned that all the activities is nothing but love related. All our ceremonies are love related. Songs, rituals, ceremony, everything is related to love. And so I think that we need to pass on this before we go any further. Right now, Mother Earth is in very terrible shape, and it's been crying, and some of the activities that are going on, that mankind has said that, well, it's because of global warming, it's because of these other activities. No, it's all spirituality and consciousness. So with this effort that we are looking to all each other. We're now uniting in a way that we all want to share this information so that we all become as one, that we are on the right path. We can no longer be separated by our own thinking. We have all need to get together. We're all part of the family, and we have always been part of the Star People family, and they are here to help us with our efforts. And being from a southwestern Pueblo nation, we never gave this up, and we're still practicing those activities to this day. So it is my pleasure to come over here and meet with you folks with this effort, that we can all continue to work together and more intensively and learn to share the information that we have held back for many, many years. So with that, I want to give all of you a blessing. And with this, I want to also pray to all the gods in the universe, and also give blessing to Mother Earth. And we do this by our way, we do it by cornmeal. So right now I'm going to close this with saying a prayer for all of us and ask for guidance from all the different systems, the God systems in the universe. And I will again say this in my native language. Blessed Dona Neluke Atonayam Kothakana Dona Kashina Dona Kitoko Hanashina Halotin and Deusanitan Luke Atiniton Halotin Asa Pamanikon Halotin Ishana Honaton Kotakitem Tayanichan up to. And I ask for all the blessings, long life, wealth, children, all the blessings of the earth. Thank you very much.
I guess then no goodbyes, I guess. We talk about spirit. We talk about God, the Creator. All these things that we know on this planet. We talk about love. We talk about all these things. All these things of this earth that we talk about, what we want most is peace. But do we really want peace? Peace on earth. I think that our understanding of this earth, what's going on today, we talk about global warming, we talk about destroying the planet Mother Earth, we talk about the universe, we talk about UFOs, we talk about all these different things. What is the truth? And I think that we here today is to try to understand what that truth is. You know, when somebody lies to us, it breaks the real truth. Did you know that? The real truth sits among us and our children. It sits among us with people that don't talk. The Mi'kmaq people are the true star people. I was raised away from here, from population, to come up with understanding what the star people are. We're travelers from the stars to this earth. At one time, thousands of years ago, before this was even here, we had peace on this earth. We had a different knowledge. This is not folklore. We have a different knowledge of what this world was. And that knowledge was no wars. That we got along. I've been speaking around your country for a little bit in Canada. and still are not listening. Please hear these words that I'm speaking today. We are still not listening. Sometimes we're so heavily minded, we're no earthly good. When I say that we may know the truth, but we still have the hungry. We still have drug abuse. We still have all these different things that's going on in the world. And we walk by it, looking for the truth. That's hard. And where I come from El Sabuktuk. We still have drug abuse there. We still have the homeless. And we're sitting on the answer. Why is that? That answer that we have, we don't do anything with. Part of the ceremony that we do, we call the ceremony of 20. That ceremony of 20 is 20 of your dollars. Go put it into paper form and give it away without any judgment. That's part of the teachings that was been passed down. Somebody beside the street holding a sign, give it away. How do you know? I was almost one of those people that holding the sign a couple of years ago. I was homeless in my car. That understanding of what this really means of disclosure. If we want visitors to come here, we're going to have to get our act together. We're going to have to think about it. If visitors came today, would they come here? Would you welcome them? Who would welcome them? What religion? What spirituality? We are being watched very closely in what we're doing today in the next couple years on revealing. I'm here under request to reveal to you what you wanted to know. What is that question? The civilizations out there. That's easy. If you're a scientist, that's easy. Yes. There's life in this pond. There's life in the trees. What kind of life are we looking for? Like us? They might be a whole different thought race. They might be a whole different way. We might be calling the monsters in. We have to be very careful what that message is. We have not mastered our technologies yet. So when we say we want them here, who do you want here? I know that sometimes when I go out and speak, people ask me different questions. Ask me who's out there. I'm asking you who's here. And if you think of it that way, if they are looking at us as an intelligent being, are we being spiritually intelligent? Do you understand what intelligence and spiritual intelligence mean? Spiritual intelligence means that we honor each other. That means we honor ourselves as a spiritual being. Be kind to yourself first before you be kind to anybody else. Understand who you are, where you came from. Your mother gave you a name. Stick with that name. That works. Spirit recognizes you. I have been speaking for the last 7 years these words, and it's not big and fluff like some of the things that's out there. But we have things that you need. There is a teachings that we want to share with the world that's already been practiced the last 7 years. It's among you. Come and ask us what that is. We are here today to share information under the nation's capital, where supposedly it all began. You have to think about that word too. What began? I think the understanding how we got here is hard because there's 1,000 books written out there about Atlantis and all the different things. Don't you wish you had one way of figuring that out if that's true? Is there things hidden away to bring forth at a certain time for our understanding of that belief? There is. I'm standing in front of you. We have to change the way we look at things. Right now, money, income, that controls us as spiritual beings. If Spirit asks us to go somewhere, do we look in our bank account? I can't go. Do you realize the Creator listens no matter who you are, understands all vibrational languages, and understands who you are and what you need? And none of us, I can assure you, none of us here are chosen to do anything. The Creators never came down and says, can you build me an ark? That was chosen. You said that's chosen to do that. He asked. That's all. Can you do that? And if you say no, that's fine. We're here a spiritual choice, a freedom of spiritual choice to be here. We talk about evil. We don't see evil out in nature. We only see it in the human aspects. We have the potential today to make this world different. No evil. No thought of evil. There's a lot of bad things that happen, but man creates those. And when man creates them, we label those. We label those evil. That's an evil thing. That's evil that. There's none. There's kindness, compassion, and happiness. I'm a scientist, so I'm skeptic. I'm skeptic of when people tell me there's lights in the sky, there's all this stuff goes on, and some people don't like my outcome, what my answer is, but I'm speaking the truth. I'm doing the research, what the research is supposed to be done. I deal with high atmospheres disturbances. I take pictures into space, side and down. A lot of these are just videos, but the videos show more than what YouTube ever shows. I'm ready. Our people are ready to release these photos and videos. Who do I release them to? Tell me. If you have an idea today, come and tell me. I think we should make another YouTube. Something that shows the truth. Something that could be edited and find out if it's fake or not. Because right now, it's hard to go on that channel and try to figure out what's going on because you can find both ends of the answer. That's what I figured out. And I'm on YouTube too. That's weird. So, salad to Mr. President. So I think that truth is hard to find because there's a lot of things out there that we're looking at. And what we're looking at, we should be able to understand what we're looking at. Because as a scientist that I'm doing really high sophisticated research. And that research is that the high atmosphere is like, did something enter our atmosphere several weeks ago? Did something enter our solar system? What is that? You know, and I think that we have scientists here that can kind of explain that. And part of that is getting something together so we can see it. You know, it's hard to find a real good picture of a UFO because most of it's been doctored or anything like that. So I just want to thank you. And if Clifford's around, I'm sure he's here. Maybe he can have some words too. But come and find me. Come and find me. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Now you want me to talk about some jokes? Nah, I can't do that. No, I'm very honored here to be here on the Veterans Day. I myself am a veteran, but there's a lot of American Indian people that have always been part of this nation's effort to keep peace in this country and to make sure that we are all survivors. So I have worked here a number of years in this town, and throughout the nation, a lot of people are not very familiar with our efforts that we have been trying for hundreds, if not thousands of years, to inform the newcomers of this nation about what my friend David talked about, especially the upper world people, the different spiritual groups that are spread throughout the universe. I think right now is a time that we ought to recognize that and accept the fact that man is the lowest of the species, other than lower than our star brothers. So we are merely children as far as they're concerned in the advancement of their philosophies, their ages, and so on. So we have always known that for thousands of years. Look at all the things that are now coming about, all the discoveries that are made. So it is our effort to make sure that we have the knowledge passed on that were part of our teachings. When you see a light in the sky, a lot of times people don't really understand whether it's a man-made, whether it's an anomaly, or if it's people going crazy. I've been doing this type of work for a number of years, way back in the 60s, when we talk about UFOs or other paranormal activity. They would talk about you're not being normal. But now everybody has seen some effort on it, and one of the biggest things that we're trying to do is to disclose all the information that has been covered up for a number of years, especially when it comes down to people that were directly affected with the information in their domain. I, as a reservation Indian from Zuni, New Mexico, have seen many things, and also my grandfathers were the one that passed on a lot of information. And one step further is that we have rituals still going on in our villages, like the Hopi, the Zuni, and other Indians, Southwest Indian tribes. One of the things that we have to this day is the knowledge that was passed on from the star people. We call them star people, and so we have practiced that for thousands of years. So now I think that is now to open our minds, our hearts, and our thinking to accept a lot of these things, because they've always had the answers, but we just don't listen. I have a word that I use. I said at the old railroad crossing, there used to be a sign. They used to say, "Stop, look, and listen." With the modern technology that we have, we are now at a stage where we don't even talk with each other. How can we, if we can't talk with each other, how can we talk to other beings that are here with us? We don't talk to each other, much less other people. So I think that this whole group effort that we're doing is the right approach to it. You don't have to have a membership card. You don't have to pay anything. You just come and be with us on this whole thing of passing on information. We cannot afford to keep this back, because my grandfathers and my grandmothers of the past, when they told me these things way long time ago, I wish I had listened more. I wish I had used that term, stop, look, and listen more. But now that we are at this stage in our lives of what we do not know what's happening to us as humans, and also the planet. One of the things that I also talk about is the Hopi and the Zuni prophecies of things that are going to happen. We are on schedule, and I think that there's a lot of things that are now, because of the media that we have, I would encourage all of you to look at these things that we have known or our ancestors have known for thousands of years. So, and also we talk about things that are happening all over the world. Look at what's happening on a daily basis. We no longer talk to each other. We no longer respect each other. And how can we survive as humankind to do these things? So there's a lot of things that we need to look at. And as far as those disclosure effort, we have to understand each other and not be by ourselves anymore. You got to think together. We got to work together. And so that way we can make this, the humanness has to come back, spirituality has to be incorporated, and I think that this is the right path to do that. And I am here today. If I did not believe this, I would not be here talking in front of you folks here. We are all part of the system, and we have to do our part. So this is why we have to start thinking with these ways and take action on a lot of these efforts. One out of 10 cannot make it, so we've got to do a larger number as the days that are coming. So with that, I think that we will all participate in some of the talks that we're going to give today and be part of the effort to make our whole system united again. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Prayer. I don't think we know how to pray. A lot of the places that I go, we close our eyes. And hopefully the Creator answers us. My elders told me to pray out loud, so you can hear what you're saying. So it goes into your ears, into your mind again, to be brought into the universe. Let's pray for peace, but let's also act for peace. That means give something away. If it could be tobacco, it could be something, just give something away. Know somebody's name that's here. How do you not be strangers? Is to welcome each other. That is the way of the universe, the star people. There's no strangers, just people with no voices. So when you go out and about today, find somebody's name and who they are, where they come from, who they are, what they're doing here. You know, coming here on the plane, I noticed that I didn't know anybody's name there because everybody's turned around and everybody's reading a book or looking at something. Put your hand out. Hi, my name is so-and-so. That's a funny thing, you get a return answer. Walking down the streets, I was in Toronto speaking last week and trying to get to know the people there and knowing the people here. Get to know each other's name. Pray out loud. Give something away. This is teachings. You know, we can, like I said, we can be spiritual minded, but it's time to change. We want the visitors to come here, get to know their names. Thank you.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you, elders, sharing your groups, your fruits, your blessings, your words. Yeah. Very beautiful. We have Leon Kennedy, who's going to come up.